I became involved, I studied predisposition to melanoma, and I saw that Jews, Ashkenazi Jews, have different location for melanoma than non-Ashkenazi Jews, and it was a major new thing, which made me to think about ethnic genomics and Jewish genomics and ethnic genomics. So what are the major changes? The genomic deletions, which are more frequent, rearrangements, amplifications. And it was shown for malignant melanoma, breast cancer, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and many other disorders. So what people do, and I'm doing, is establishing databases for mutation detection, disease prevention, molecular epidemiology, biotechnology, drug development, biobanking, and national germ DNA repositories. And this is important because ethnic identities, they differ in their sensitivity to drugs, and it's very practical. Let's say there is a blood pressure drug in the States, very popular, works only practically for Afro-Americans, doesn't work for European Caucasians, and this is just an example. So practically, you know that any drug is not works exactly the same on different, on even brothers or one family, but when we go further, familial differences and ethnic differences, it's very important for drug dosage and which drug to apply, and especially for these late onset diseases like Alzheimer and cancer, which is a very money-consuming treatment. It's very important to analyze first the person and decide which drug is most optimal and it's life-saving, mind-saving, and everything. And it's also a resource to development of new drugs. So I have established a Jewish DNA Foundation to understanding, unlocking the secrets of Jewish DNA code. The identity of Jewish people is complex and is often debated, but our heritage is linked by a long historic thread that traces back several thousand years. This thread is reflected in our DNA, and now we have the tools to explore it. There are a lot of definitions about Jews and controversy, but as one professor wrote in his on the door in the University of Utah, DNA doesn't lie. So you can forget you are Jewish in many generations, but it is practically from Jesus' times, it's 60 generations, very little, practically nothing changed, even last century. So it's very, very much conserved thing and could be traceable. Now, when individual DNA is so easily uncoded. So our group is now working on a master copy of Homo sapiens because to define what is Jewish or Latvian or Lithuanian or Estonian or African, you have to have something, a reference genome, which is not yet developed. We're working, Trifonov and Thomas Betekin and myself. We're collecting more and more full DNA sequences and removing things which are specific and only sticking to consensus, to the reference. And this will be a major tool for further genomic analysis. But like meter has a standard, we cannot do science without standards. And this is a standard. We're at the stage of developing standards for the state. There are some Jewish communities who doesn't want to be recognize Jews only by religious criteria, but by DNA. And it's so simple now. There are not very sophisticated test, but $200. I think we will develop a better one, which could define very accurately the origin and the Later, with more genomic DNA sequences available, you can get relatives, cousins, and second cousins to see like a book. Whereas, Watson and Kornberg and others, Nobel Prize winners, are interested and joined our scientific board of the Jewish DNA Foundation. And not to stick only to Jews, so there is this kind of Leroy Hood from Caltech, and now he is in Seattle, developed E4 medicine, which means predictive, preventive, personalized, and participatory. So once you know exactly your genome or start to understand, you can participate more actively in your health management, etc. And this will be even go further, not only for health, but for professional orientation. There are a lot of data on fingerprints, which are actually also inherited for sport type personalities and other things. So it's a real revolution, and no one combined yet with DNA sequence. So this is what we are doing. And this is the web page, the website. And if you have got any questions, you'll
Question.
Yes.
You said that you are working on a model that will be able to identify the Jewish origin or Jewish roots of any person, right?
Right.
For less than $20. So what are the boundaries of this model? Say if you take a person whose elderly parents, his grandfathers and grandmothers were mixed marriages. So how can you trace this, define this person as a Jew?
I think the mixed input of other ethnic identities is exaggerated. A lot of talk, even in the Bible.